So we make 3 mana, play the Flesh Raker. So play a Mem Knight. Okay, it looks like we're in the clear. This is going to be a very explosive opener here then. The Mox Opal next. And now we do not lose to Meltdowns. Alright, that is a hell of a turn 2. I don't think I've ever seen this as a turn 2 play from anyone. So I feel very lucky. Okay, opponent. Now I just want to put something witty in the chat, but I'm not fast enough to think of anything. You can now cast your entire deck in essentially almost the same turn. Thanks to the new modern unbannings, they have finally unbanned Mox Opal. It is literally a Mox. It's legendary. It's got some Metalcraft requirements, but it's very easy to enable. So I found this list on a deck dump. It's by Funky Brewster, so shout out to you for 5-0ing your league with this. The deck is basically, well, I mean, look at it. These are all the cards that you intend on casting for 0 mana. A bunch of them cost 7, but they have affinity for artifacts, so you end up playing these kind of for free. And when I say kind of, I mean like literally for free. And then you got Springleaf Drum, which ends up netting you a mana, so it breaks even anyway. And then, yeah, so basically the whole deck is aimed to be 0 mana. And then what you do is you use Mystic Forge, which allows you to cast artifacts from the top of your deck. And you might be thinking, well, why does it matter if you have 30 on Mem Knights and Mishra's Baubles in play? Well, that is where Glaring Flesh Raker comes in. Whenever you cast a colorless spell, create a 0/1. And then whenever a colorless creature you control enters, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. So you play a Mem Knight, you make a 0/1, you ping your opponent for 2. You then play a Springleaf Drum off the top of your deck, you then make another a 0/1, you ping your opponent for 1. You go on and on and on. You can see where this is going. You basically just completely combo off. Whilst you're playing all these 0 mana cards, you're also building up a bunch of 0/1 Eldrazi spawns, which then means you can use Kozilek's commands, sack them all. Target player creates X 0/1s if you want to burn your opponent out. And you can also scry and then draw, so you can basically just find whatever it is you're looking for. If you find a land on top, you can scry it away and continue the combo, essentially. So that is the deck. It's absolutely wild. Love to see someone playing a less traditional Affinity list. Very excited to play this. If you are interested in the sideboard, we'll just go over that real quick. It's basically just interaction, removal, Besage U2, shut down Blood Moon, I would assume. Defense Grid to stop people from interacting with us, and some Urza Saga targets. But yeah, super excited to play this. There is going to be loads of videos coming up for the new unbanned cards. I'll also be updating my Domain Zoo sideboard guide, so if you are a competitive player and you want to see the best way to play Domain Zoo, then check out my dictionary link. It's always in the comments. It's always in the description of all the videos, but that will just show you how to win more competitive events with Domain Zoo. But I think that's about it for now. Let's hop into some gameplay, because I think we can get some pretty sweet wins with Glaring Flesh Raker. I'll see you in the gameplay. Oh, on the play. Let's go. What do we got? Quite a lot, actually. We'll go ahead and keep. It's very risky if we don't find a land, but if we do... Wait. Maybe this was a mulligan. That's okay. We're going to probably just be cracking this bauble. So we'll go ahead and play this. And play the bauble. Let's see what we're against. That doesn't really tell me too much. We're just going to pass the turn. We have a bauble trigger and a draw step, hopefully to find a land. If not, we... Okay, sweet. Crisis averted. Opponent plays a Steam Events into Tamiyo. You got it. So is this a breach deck, or is this blue-red like value, mid-range shenanigans? Springleaf Drum as well. That's a really nice draw. So we'll play the Saga, play the Springleaf Drum and the Ornithopter, and we'll just play the Fleshbreaker here. If we wanted to eke out more damage, we could have just played the Fleshbreaker and not done anything else. But that does then, because then next turn when we play them, we get the 0/1, so this is kind of free, or nets a mana, I guess. But the risk with that is if they kill this, then we're behind on mana. Whereas if we do it this way, we're set up for a Mystic Forge next turn, regardless of if the Flesh Raker lives. Because Flesh Raker makes it where your Springleaf Drums net you a mana. Oh, okay. Yeah, they chose to go for our Springleaf Drum, which is very surprising. Oh, wait, it's because they can't go for a 3-drop. You know, it's not so surprising anymore. Is this going up to 2? Yeah. 3 if we want to do this. Then we would make 1 dude. That's not great. Now we can make 2 dudes, which is then break even. We'll see what we've got on top. Eldrazi Temple is a good one. So if we Kozilek's Command, we can do 2 from the Eldrazi Temple, 1 from the Saga, 1 from the token. That's 4 mana. We then Kozilek's Command, which makes 3 because we have a Flesh Raker. And then if we find a 0 mana card or a land, yeah, there's so many things that we can do this to get to combo off this turn. There are so many. We might just get Spell Pierced, but that's okay. Ping our opponent for 1. Got him. Wait, so we haven't played a land, right? So we can go put this on top, then put this on top. Triggers this a bunch more times. Then we can cast this, play this, and then cast the Mystic Forge, and we know that there's an Ornithopter, a Memnite on top, which then means we get to make another mana from this, and then we've got 2 mana to start going off. Assuming this resolves, which it does. Okay, off to the races. This is looking pretty good. Already hit a stop, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. Oh, we hit another one. 1, 2, 3. Alright, opponent, you get to live for now. But they need to answer the Mystic Forge, and even the Flesh Raker at this point is a serious clock. So they've got a lot of answering to do. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we couldn't have done this either. Is that Teferi or something? No, they're just getting rid of the Flesh Raker. Oh, that's absolutely fine with me. We have the Mystic Forge, which is probably the more important part. So we just have to try and find another one. We'll go ahead and make some mana. I guess we could make a dude at this point, but I think we're fine making the mana. Oh no, we have the Lava Spare Boots. Oh, we definitely should have gone for the token then. Let's just go get them now. I guess we activate now. Okay, that's good. And there's the Flesh Raker. Okay, that's just game, right? And how much is it to equip? 1. Yeah, let's just do it now. Keep it safe. And, oh, it costs 1 to do that. So we'll auto yield. And that is just going to be game. Our opponent is going to make us play out, apparently. But that's fine. Yeah, okay. All right, they concede. Sweet, we got there. Fortunately for us, Prismatic Ending is not anywhere near as good as Leyline Binding in most situations. So really happy. Because if that was a Leyline Binding and they had like decent mana for it, then that would have completely ruined us, but they didn't. So I guess we want Defense Grid, and they're not going to be a Blood Moon deck. They are going to be a Counterspell deck. Are we supposed to fight back? Possibly. I'm not actually interested in the Lava Spare Boots. Lava Spare Boots, not the Lava Spare Boots. Welding Jar. I think their removal is going to be Exile or Bounce, so we're going to ditch the Welding Jar. We don't play these. It's just so hard to find space. I think the defense grids are just better. And then 1 more cut to make. I don't mind cutting a Bauble. Never really mind cutting the Bauble. It's kind of just like a necessary evil. Oh, we definitely want to... What do we got? Sure. We'll go ahead and keep this. It's not great, but against these Jeskai decks, like a Saga tokens can just, if they go unchecked, can just kill your opponent so easily. And Prismatic Ending obviously can't answer the Saga. We have got access to so much mana. I mean, if they have Meltdown, then this is going to be a very, very quick concession. But I don't think they do. Well, no, let me take that back. They could do, but I'm hoping they don't. Yeah, let's just get it all out in the open. Play everything. All right, there you go. That is a like 2007 Affinity opener. Just play everything in my hand on turn 1. But, you know, with a Saga makes it so much better. Now I wish we had the boots, because if we had the boots, we would just be attacking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's insane. Oh, they have the Meltdown. Oh, that is so bad for us. Where's the concede button? Yep. We definitely walked into that one. Game 3, our opponent just put in chat. Oh, it might as well be, opponent. It might as well be. We can still win. It's unlikely, but we can still win. Okodokio. Okidokio? That's, I don't know what your username is supposed to be, but yes, we might as well be in game 3 at this point. There is no way. I even called it. I said we hope they don't have it. Flame of Anor as well. Oh my goodness. Yep. Well played, opponent. The one card that really punishes us. Yeah, I'm not changing anything. I think that's fine. That was very unfortunate, but it is what it is. I mean, we could have played around a lot of that, to be fair, but we didn't, so it doesn't really matter. I guess welding jar would have been pretty good there. No, it wouldn't. We'd still be fucked. All right, we definitely want to go first. Last game of this round, and we've got the Flesh Breaker in our hand. Not a whole lot else, but we'll go ahead and keep. We can make a bunch of Eldrazi tokens on turn 2. We lead off on the Temple into Springleaf Drum, I think. Wait, do we even play the Springleaf Drum? Probably not. I think we just play this and pass. Then next turn we go Labyrinth, play the Flesh Raker, and then cast these. That'll make a bunch of dudes, and then we just try and like ping our opponent down for a load of damage really quick. Oh wow, we found the second one. I think we can cast, right? So we'll play this. Unfortunately, we can't do this, but that's okay. So we make 3 mana, play the Flesh Raker. Hopefully they don't have removal for this and we can really pop off. So play a Memnite, trigger this. If you have removal, you need to use it now. Okay, it looks like we're in the clear. This is going to be a very explosive opener here then. I want to try and optimize this to do as much damage as possible, so we do just want to play the Mox Opal next. Just to get... I want to make as much mana from each individual card to get the Flesh Raker in, and then we'll do the other 2. And then we can go... Oh, we don't have... we don't even have Metalcraft. So I guess we should have played the Springleaf Drum first. Yeah, kind of messed that up. We missed out on a little bit of damage there. Not a lot. Not a lot of damage, but it's okay. And now we do not lose to Meltdown because we have got way too much mana to worry about that. Sorry, way too many colorless creatures. I think we miss out on 1 creature and 2 damage, which is not the end of the world. All right, that is a hell of a turn 2. I don't think I've ever seen this as a turn 2 play from anyone, so I feel very lucky. Okay, opponent. Now I just want to put something witty in the chat, but I'm not fast enough to think of anything. Because Meltdown doesn't kill any of these creatures, so I don't know what we can do with them at this point. Like, our clock is not very fast unless we draw spells, really. We just have 6. We've got nothing. Everything we have is on the board. Meltdown is fine. And a Tameo, sure. Hopefully we draw some colorless spells here. Eldrazi Temple is not what we're looking for, but we'll just get swinging. Put our opponent to 4. And I don't think there's any reason to play the Temple. Oh, actually, yes, we should have played the Temple. In case we needed the extra mana next turn if we draw like a Forge. But that's fine. Wait, no, any 1 color spell would have done it, right? 1 color spell makes 2 dudes, and then both dudes would ping your opponent for 2. So yeah, we were literally just a colorless spell away from winning there. Now if they have removal, we need to find 2. Opponent is shocking in their Stupor, which means they probably have a 3rd one in their hand. Sorry, a 2nd one in their hand, and they're having to do this to get the mana. I would imagine that's why they've done that. So Stupor is the card I'm expecting them to have. But I guess that won't even work, will it? Flame, deal 5, draw. We draw a Citadel. This is whenever you cast, right? Whenever you cast a colorless spell, whenever a colorless creature. Yep. Somehow we've managed to whiff twice in a row. Very, very unlucky. Pass back to our opponent, but they're on 1. Like, there are so many ways we kill them when they're on 1. Like, they can't fetch. They can't shock. They have to kill this before we find a spell. Well, I guess if we cast a spell, we just make a 0/1. Because they only have to kill this in response to the make a dude, right? Springleaf Drum. Do we have lethal for a Springleaf Drum? What have you got, opponent? We do. Never have I used the Springleaf Drum to literally kill my opponent, but yeah, there we go. Game 2 was an absolute wild one with the Meltdown on turn 2 for basically our entire hand. And then game 3, we just absolutely pop off with the Flesh Rakers on turn 2. So, hell of a round. Absolute hell of a round. Oh, on the play, let's go. What do we got? 1 land is scary, but we do have the Mox. Or we have 2 Moxes. I guess we can cycle for a land as well. I guess we keep this. Like, we obviously just need a Mystic Fortune. We're pretty much good to go. Wait a minute. This is a turn 1 Flesh Raker. Right? So, play the Temple. play. I'm trying to think of the minimum amount of things we can do, because obviously we want to make dudes anyway. So 1, 2, 3. Cast Flesh Raker on turn 1. What is going on? And then I guess we target our opponent, see what we're against. A very suspicious swamp that looks like an island to me. I guess we just pass. I mean, we can play a Mox Opal and make a 0-1, but I don't think that matters. So this deck can combo off on turn 2, essentially, right? With this hand. If we just found a Mystic Forge, then we could just completely go off. That's insane. I guess if we had Mox Opal again, would make 1/2 mana. So if our hand was Mox Opal, no, it wouldn't work. There must be a way that you can win on turn 1, in fact. Very unlikely, granted, but I think there is a way you can do it. Oh, we do not have Metalcraft anymore. That's a problem. Oh, no, we can just sack this, make a dude. Okay, I guess that's what we're doing. So, play this. We make a Scion. Deal 1 damage to the opponent. We then are going to lose one of the Mox Opals, but that's okay. We can then go Artifact, Land Cycle, go get the Citadel, play that. Now we have whatever it's called again. 1, 2, 3. So we can't cast anything this time, but next time we can cast another Flesh Raker. And I guess we just swing in with the 2/2. Very unlikely that we kill our opponent with damage and don't go so over the top that we win regardless of their life. But yeah, like obviously with Splinter Twin, it doesn't matter how much life they're on. You can always just one-shot them. With this deck, it's not infinite, but it's pretty close to being enough. Because if you like end up with 2 Flesh Rakers in play as you combo off, then obviously you kill your opponent very easily. Bristly Bill. What is Bristly Bill doing over here? Whenever a land you control enters the battlefield, put 1/1 counter on a creature, and then you can pay 5, double the amount of 1/1 counters on each creature you control. Sure. Not sure what our opponent is up to. They are playing a very bizarre deck that I've not seen. Maybe it's just Yawgmoth with this guy. I don't know, but it's very interesting. We draw a Mox Opal, which obviously does nothing for us, but we'll play a Flesh Raker. And a Forge off the top is going to be so broken when we find it. I'm trying to work out what's better, playing the Companion as a 4/4 or just sacking it and going and getting a Citadel. Because obviously the Citadel is just a land that we can use, but it also means that we've got less in our deck. So when we do find the Forge, we do have like a meaningfully better chance of winning. Because our land count is so low, like getting rid of one is actually quite meaningful. Yeah, I kind of want to just do that. So we can go get another Citadel out of our deck. And then we've only got like 12 or probably like 15 lands left out that we can't use. And I guess we can play the Mox Opal here if we want to. Sure. Shouldn't really make much of a difference, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to have 2 dudes. Let's just always yield to all this or it's going to get out of hand. I guess with 2 Flesh Rakers, maybe it was better to keep the dude around. Because we have a genuinely good clock at this point. Just from, you cast an artifact spell, it makes 2 dudes. And every time you make a dude, you deal 2 damage. So 1 0-mana card is essentially 4 damage. But we're so far away from casting this for free, right? 1, 2, 3. If we hadn't got the Citadel. Yeah, pretty far away. Opponent goes and gets a Commercial District. Very unsure of what our opponent is up to. Delighted Halfling into Bristly Bill, Utopia Sprawl. What shenanigans are they doing? Wait, is this like a Ponza deck? Are they playing Ponza? These look like Ponza cards to me. How many times did I just say Ponza? Like, Bristly Bill isn't a Ponza card, but Bristly Bill isn't really an any card. Sure, so they're doing some landfall shenanigans. 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. Like, I swear to God, if they go next turn land Plow Under, then I'm going to be very hyped. All right, you got a very big bill. What are you doing with all that mana though? That's what I'm more interested in. 4 mana, sure. Green Suns for 3. Yeah. Nice to see a Green Suns deck, especially one I'm not familiar with. Quite intrigued to see what they're up to over here. 3 is a lot. You can get a lot of things for 3 mana in Modern. With this deck, oh, Clothis? See, this is a Ponza card as well. This goes in like all the Ponza decks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think they using this to ramp. I think that they're going to start casting Primeval Titans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, that's X is 5. That's lethal, right? I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is lethal. Target player makes a bunch of dudes and does that. Target us, target us. Oh, I've chosen me. Oh, it's loading. I think Modo is just not having a good time recently. There are so many people on Modo at the minute. I think it's just crashing. There we go. Like, don't get me wrong. My computer isn't like a £3,000 computer with two 4080 graphics cards or whatever, but like it can handle Modo. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Modo servers or whatever. Come on. We're about to kill our opponent. Still got the little loading symbol. I mean, if you wanted to have like really bad BM here, then what we could do is pass to our opponent, see what they do, and then once they've done whatever they're doing, find out what they're on, and then Kozilek's command to kill them at instant speed. But that opens up us to like potentially losing, because I could just bolt one of our dudes in response. It would just be very, very greedy. Yes, X is 5. We target ourselves twice. Come on, Modo, you can handle the casting of a 1 Kozilek's command, I believe. Oh, it's very lethal because this also triggers it. I didn't even think of that. Completely missed that the Kozilek's command itself is a colorless spell. So this is lethal. Whether Modo can handle this, apparently not. So I don't know if we're actually ever going to finish this league. If it continues to be this bad, I'm going to just have to go for dinner or something and then come back because this is absolutely insane. It's definitely not my internet, I don't think. I don't think it is. If you've been having bad experiences with Modo, like since it's been since the new bannings have happened, can you leave like a comment in the comments? Just say like, yes, Modo is really laggy, or no, it's not. Because I don't actually know that many people that play Modo. A lot of my friends practice in paper instead. Like pretty much everyone on my team practices in paper. Never have I wanted to keep a no land hand so much. But no, we cannot keep that. Yeah, we can keep this though. Stick back and Ornithopter. Double Labyrinth. So if we get lucky and draw some 7-drops, this could definitely work. I don't know if anyone's done them. Well, I mean, definitely people have done the math. I don't know what the math is on Ugin's Labyrinth to 7-drops in your deck. It feels like this deck could do with just one more. Just increase that percentage a little bit more. Oh, we're against Elves. Sweet. So Elves has obviously got Green Sun Zenith from the unbannings, which is a huge upgrade for Elves. In Legacy, like Green Suns is one of the reasons the deck even works. And we've actually drawn the Enforcer. That is insane. Never didn't have it. What is the best thing to do? So I want to try and get as much value out of this Flesh Raker as possible, right? So next time we can just play this for 0, play the Flesh Raker, play the Ornithopter, use the token to play the Springleaf Drum. Yeah. So I think we actually don't want to play anything, as weird as that might be. Because of the Glaring Fresh Raker basically makes this for free, right? Well, I mean, it nets a mana and it makes this net a mana. So yeah, you kind of just want to get all the extra damage out of it until we find something to do. Opponent plays a Verdant Catacomb and fetches Forest and attacks for 1. You don't attack with a Heritage Druid. What are you doing? No idea what our opponent has got in hand if this is their turn 2. Ooh, a Priest. Okay, fair enough. It's a pretty good turn 2. I think this is actually one of the slower starts for Elves, personally. So we want to go land, play the Flesh Raker, play Ornithopter for free. And we're not under any clock, so I think we don't even bother sacking this for the Springleaf Drum. I think we wait till next turn. Because next turn it will net 1 mana. If we do it here, then it doesn't really make us any extra mana. Wait, does it make a difference when we do it? Not really. I guess if we find another Flesh Raker, then it is better to do it next turn. Very, 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 very minor choice. Or impact, should I say. Sure. Like, this looks like Legacy Elves, but I don't know if what their top end is. Are people still playing Crater Hoof? And you just Crater Hoof with Green Suns? 3 mana for another Priest. Okay. So now what? Bounce the Forest, do it again, go up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They can create a hoof here. It won't kill us, but they can create a hoof. What are they up to? Green Suns for 3. What is Green Suns for 3? Oh, okay. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast creature spells from the top of your deck. So if they can string together some elves, this... Oh, yeah. This could very much... Actually, very likely be over here. We're going to F6. Do what you want. There's the Azuri. So you just need to make a bunch of mana now. Oh, they've got the Wirewood. This must be game. Oh, they've got 2. Wait, no. Nothing has... So they can untap the Priest, make a bunch of mana, then use the Heritage Druid to keep making more mana, and then eventually just attack with one very big Priest. Or I guess there are lots of ways they could do it. Depends on what they've got, but it's very likely that they just make one very big elf, but I don't think they're going to kill us this turn unless they have Genesis Wave, Green Suns, or Create a Hoof. Without Glimpse of Nature, the deck doesn't like OTK as much. So if you're not familiar with Glimpse of Nature, it's also a banned modern card. So Legacy Elves is very similar to modern Elves if you had Gaia's Cradle and unbanned a few cards. But the main one is Glimpse of Nature, which is literally a single green mana. Whenever you cast a creature spell this turn, draw a card. It's a sorcery. So if they had done that, then obviously this game would be over because they would have drawn like 7 cards. But without that, it's a little bit harder. There is a 2-mana version, which is called Beck and Cool, which is a blue and a green to do that, whereas whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card. So maybe there's some room to do that. I do have a local Elves player that plays almost exclusively Elves, so I'll have to ask them next time I see them what they think of Beck and Cool and Green Suns and things. But I mean, like, Green Suns is obviously a no-brainer. So you've got a lot of mana, but the problem is they don't have many creatures that can attack this turn, so they need to find a way to actually like play a Create a Hoof or something. So untap the Priest, tap 3 more, 15 mana, sure. Oh, is it Finale of Devastation? If they've got the Finale, that's pretty sweet. Or they're just slow rolling us. What do they have? They just bounced an elf to untap their Priest to cast the Ranger again, sure. They've got so much mana, but like I just want to see the payoff, and then we can pretty much just scoop. Or they just don't have a payoff. They're still going. Activate Azuri, and do it a 3rd time. Yep, that's not enough. You needed to do it 1 more time. So they're attacking for 20. We're blocking going down to 1. Or we can block an additional 1. That will change the math if we need to forge. So what's more important, a mana or a life total? I think this should be fine. We'll go to 1. Like, we'll just see what happens. All right, well, there's the Mystic Forge. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can just slam the Forge. I guess we might as well play the Springleaf for free. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cast this, X equals 2. And then we make 3, so that's not worth it. We're very much at the mercy of this Forge now. We got super lucky to draw off the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then keep Springleaf Drum open. I think that sounds like the best option. Wait, we can do this. Then X is 3. Then we make 4 mana. No, I think we want to just play the Forge first. This could definitely be wrong, but like if we can chain some 0 drops here, this should be quite novel. Oh yeah, I think this is just game. Could not have been any closer. Really couldn't, but I'm pretty sure that we should be able to go off at this point. So now we can go 1. Oh no, we want to tap 1 first, right? We'll tap this, and then we can go 1, 3, 4. Then X is 3. So target us twice. And we can do this. Make a bunch of mana and try and find something more to do. We'd have to be very unlucky to not go off at this point, I think. Because of the double cost Lex command. We're making so many creatures, they're all just going to ping the opponent. We don't need the Citadel. And we don't need the Saga. We probably just take the Bauble. Because it's just free damage and mana. Oh, and then there's another Raker off the top. That's insane. So 1, 2, 3. Play the Raker. Play the Bauble. Nice. Well, it's going to have to be because we've just found we've just hit the roadblock. So now we make 2 mana. Oh no, we're still 1 short, right? No. Kozilek's command does it. I can't believe how close that was. We almost fizzled as well a little bit. I mean, like we've gone over slightly, and we might have been able to chain more together depending on what we scry to. But being on 1 life and this Kozilek's command was like very, very much like our last chance. Okay, sure. Yeah, awesome to see. So obviously we want Whip Flare in this matchup. That is very, very easy. And I think that's it. What we don't want in this matchup, we don't need Welding Jar. Probably don't need the boots. And we'll cut Bauble. We have 8 ways to cast this Whip Flare. I know the Whip Flare is probably predominantly for Makers of the Moon. Because 8 normal sources is just not very much. Mox Opals, and I just kept a no-land hand by accident. I got a little bit carried away there. I mean, we've got a Mox Opal. That's basically a land, right? Land off the top would be wonderful. Okay, we got a Whip Flare. That's really good. So, cast this. Cast this. Cast this. And pray. If we can hit another land drop, like we're going to be very, very far ahead because we can go get a land, and we have Whip Flare. So yeah, if we find a land, this is a very, very strong hand. If we don't, well, then you know it is what it is. Okay, so it looks like they're just going to play a Priest of Titania here. Oh no, they swing with this because it has the untap clause. So oh, they've got the combo online. So if you have not seen how Elves works, this Sentinel says whenever you cast a green spell, you can untap it. That's pretty sweet. So you can attack and then untap it. But more importantly, you can play it with Heritage Druid, which says tap 3 elves, make 3 mana. So you can tap this to make mana, and then when you cast the creature, it then untaps. So you can, if you have a bunch of these in play and one of these, you can literally just keep casting creatures over and over and over because it keeps untapping and then taps for more mana. Okay, we need a land here. Oh no. 1, 2. There's nothing we can do. Alright. We'll just pass the turn. There's nothing. Super greedy with the keep. I just wasn't even thinking. Until you have to actually like try and talk on a video whilst playing Magic, I don't think people realize how much worse you play. Like Aspiring Spike obviously plays very well on like Andrea Mengucci and things, but the fact that they can play well on camera is absolutely phenomenal. It's so hard to do. This dude is legendary. What are they doing? And they play the Symbiote. Sure. So a land off the top is still very, very backbreaking here. They can recover quite well because of this, but it would be very good. Okay, not so much anymore. They've got Tyvar. You may activate abilities of creatures as though they had haste. Untap up to 1 target creature, or mill 3 cards and return a creature with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Opponent is just doing elf things, which I have to see what they can use as their payoff. If they don't like combo off too hard here, we can just potentially Whip Flare and then kill Tyvar. Depends on what they draw and things. Another forest into, what do you got? Heritage Druid again, sure. This is just showing you the power of Nettle Sentinel here, just constantly being untapped. If we get to actually use this Whip Flare, this is going to be crazy. Oh no, they've got the Azuri, so they can regenerate a little bit. Unless they want to attack, they don't. Damn it, that would have been sweet. This could be a very punishing Whip Flare. They do. Oh, I guess they can bounce a forest to untap some dudes. Eldrazi Temple. What's our best bet? So they can regenerate 3 creatures here. So let's play this. And it's going to have to be Whip Flare, right? We're just dead if we don't. And then we should be able to kill the Tyvar because these creatures are going to be regenerated, right? So they're going to use the Quirion Ranger. Wait, that's instant speed, right? Yeah. So return a forest you control to its owner's hand. Untap target creature. So you bounce your forest, you untap this. You then tap 1, 2, 3 elves. You activate this 3 times. Oh wait, they can do this as well? I thought this was sorcery speed, this one. Okay, never mind. They can just pump their entire team then. So they can use this, bounce an elf to untap target creature, and then they can do 1, 2, 3, use this, then pump everything. We needed the Whip Flare last turn, really. Or just not to have kept a no land hand. This Memnite artwork is bugged, right? This is not how... I'm pretty sure this is a zoomed in version of Memnite. I don't think it is normally like this. Whilst our opponent does whatever they do, I'm going to Google Memnite and see what it looks like. I'm pretty sure that this is wrong. Yeah, it's completely zoomed in. I don't know if that's a bug or what. I'll show you guys if you can see that. See? This Memnite is all zoomed in. So what did they end up doing? Oh, this is still going. Come on, opponent. I know you got a lot of actions, but just do the thing and you win. Like, I'm pretty sure that they've got this game. Just based off the fact that they can regenerate so many elves. They probably want to end up untapping this and leaving it as a blocker as well. Oh, yeah, they'd have to do after damage, wouldn't they? So yeah, that's what they're doing. Okay, they've actually thought this through. So you want to regenerate these because now what they can do is bounce a forest to untap this and they still have a blocker. So really well played by our opponent there by doing that correctly. I don't think we can afford to attack. I want to, and now they have to then bounce a forest to untap this, but I don't want to sacrifice my Memnite to bounce a forest. That's not what... Could be wrong, but like they're so over the top with their mana now, it doesn't really matter stifling one forest. So now we're kind of just at the mercy of the top of their deck. If they just don't have creatures on top, then they don't really do much. If they do have creatures, then we're in trouble. Oh, I've never read the bottom part of Eldrami. Eldrami? Yeah, we're going to go with that. Tap 2 untapped creatures you control. Reveal a card from your hand or the top of your library. If you do, reveal the creature, put it onto the battlefield. It has a built-in Elvish Piper ability? Huh. No. No. What are they doing with this? Oh no, we're just dead to this. Like, we literally can't beat this card. We don't have a red source in our deck. I'm pretty sure we don't have an answer to Collector Roof. Because activated abilities of artifacts, all of our red sources are from artifacts. We don't have a red land, right? The land in our sideboard is the breeding pool. Oh dear. I'm going to save us some time and just go to the next one, because without a red source, I don't think we can win, because we don't have colorless, so we can't cast the Fleshbreaker. I just don't think we can win through that. I don't also think there's anything we can do about it, so let's just go to the next one, and hopefully we can go a little bit quicker. What do we got? Oh wow, this hand is fantastic. We've got the turn 2 Mystic Forge, and we've got the Fleshbreaker super early. What is the play? I guess Labyrinth, get rid of the Enforcer, tap, play Springleaf Drum. That's absolutely insane turn 2 here. 1, 2. So we can go 1, 2, 3, play the Fleshbreaker, and then I guess we need to find, if we get a Mox Amber off the top. No, sorry, a Mox Opal. That doesn't really do actually. It's still going to be turn 3 by the look of it. Another one. Wow. We'll play the Temple. We'll make 2, and we'll just play this. Very strong next turn. I think we do just have lethal next turn pretty safely, unless we get like wildly unlucky with the Mystic Forge, because we can go 1, 2, 3, play this, then we'll have 2, 3, 4 mana with the token, play the Mystic Forge, and then we're just off to the races. What do we got off to the top? Oh, that's very strong as well. So play the Citadel, 2, 3 mana. Play the Fleshbreaker here. Then we're going to have 1 mana from the token. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can play the Mystic Forge and go up to 1 mana, or we can be very reserved and just Kozilek's Command for 2, which I think might be safer. I guess we could have tapped that. It's very close on what to play here. So if we do this for 2... Oh, we actually just get the mana back, right? Yeah. We just get all that mana back, so I think this is better. Because then we could just have 3 looks at finding a 0 mana card. Oh no, I've got the spinning thing again. Let's pay all of this. Yeah, because we got 2 Fleshbreakers. This essentially breaks even, because we take 2 here. And we could have played the Forge, and then if we hit 1 0 mana card, then it's really easy to go off. But I think this is safer. I don't know. If you guys would have gone for the Forge, let me know in the comments. It's definitely definitely the ballsy play. So that goes on the bottom. I think this goes on top just to give us some mana. And now we can just go 1, 3, 4, play the Forge, and just pray, pretty much. We've got so much damage going off here. Yeah, that's got to be it, right? Yep. Nice. Really, really sweet way to close out the game here. Because the Mem Knight deals 4, and then the second Mem Knight in our hand deals 4. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you doing, opponent? Oh, sure. That does not matter. Unfortunately for our opponent, we have the Mem Knight in our opening... sorry, not in our opening hand. In our hand. Yeah, we're just pinging our opponent for days here. Mem Knight resolves, and deals 2. Sweet. Yeah, absolutely wild last game. Some really, really fun games. Let's hop over to the deck and I'll give my closing thoughts, I guess. So there you have it, guys. I don't know what this deck is really called. It's like Affinity, Fleshraker Affinity, I don't know. Mystic Forge Affinity, whatever you guys want to call it. That is the league. I had a really, really fun time, actually, and the deck is surprisingly complicated as well. I think if it was going to change anything, I'd play some wastes. I don't know where, maybe just in the board, but I feel like you need wastes in the deck because otherwise you lose to Blood Moon and things. Yeah, I think you need wastes. Other than that, the sideboard seems fine. The main deck is very, very hard to trim cards on. Like, I wouldn't mind just cutting the boots. I don't really see the point in those. I understand you can use it with the Saga tokens and stuff, but I just don't think you really need it. And that's about it. Oh, and Kozilek's Command, way better than I'd ever thought. Love the deck. If you want to play it, I definitely recommend it. If you don't want to buy all the cards, then you can rent them on Modo. If you're not aware of that, that's basically what everyone does, I think, on Magic Online at this point. If you do want to rent some cards, feel free to use my referral link in the description. I don't make much money off it. I think, like, yeah, it's a very normal amount, but it helps me out. It helps me buy some league points. I might as well just open the treasure chest as well in case you guys want to see what I get. A Narset and a enchantment and some play points. Sweet. Well, thanks for watching, guys. If you want to see more content, make sure to subscribe. And if you want to support the channel, then please feel free to head over to Dictionary, and you can basically just like support me monthly. I try to give you guys perks back, so like you get access to my Discord. I mean, you can join my Discord regardless. All the information is on my Dictionary profile. I have a free Discord, and then if you pay on Dictionary, you get access to the private room where you can get like more current information, things like that. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.